his ass.
I think the rematch with Roach versus Gervonta can actually be more exciting than the first one. In my opinion, I've said this many times.
And like, nah, like, Roach is a hell of a fighter. He proved he was a hell of a fighter, so he need to get that credit. He's a hell of a fighter. I don't know who's gonna win that rematch.
Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach faced off in a tense stare-down, with Davis confidently claiming Roach lacks power. Drawing from their past fight, Davis seemed more passionate and focused this time, signaling he's ready to prove himself and take full control in the highly anticipated rematch.
I'm ready, man. I'm happy to be at this point. I feel as though the talking is over. It's time is now, so I'm ready. We've been working hard in this.
The upcoming rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach is charged with emotional and competitive stakes. Davis believed the previous draw was unfair, convinced he deserved the win, and this sense of injustice is fueling his determination. On the other side, Roach is training with relentless intensity, aiming to prove that his power caused Davis's knee injury in their last fight. Both fighters are driven by pride and a desire to dominate, setting the stage for a thrilling showdown where each man is eager to sell the score and emerge definitively victorious.
Not Roach, throwing his hands fast as hell. He's in the gym preparing. I think the rematch with Roach versus Gervonta can actually be more exciting than the first one. In my opinion, I've said this many times, the actual fight itself wasn't that crazy. The crazy thing is what you've never seen before, the knee. But as far as a boxing match, it was, if you look at the copy box, they didn't throw a lot of punches. It wasn't like, it wasn't really a great fight. But as far as the fight itself, the second one can't, because I think Tank is coming for blood. He's not going to pull his punches at all. I don't think he really did the first time, but I'm not sure how well he prepared or how mentally focused he was. I think you're going to get the very best Tank in a rematch, and you may just get an even better Lamont Roach, since Lamont Roach don't have to speculate if he's good enough. He fought Tank. He has more confidence now than he did before, and he felt that he was robbed. So he's going to be on one. I think the rematch is going to be far more exciting.
Tank Davis is fueled by a fierce determination to silence critics and reclaim his position at the top of his division. His intense training regimen focuses on building strength, speed, and tactical precision. Aware that every detail matters, Davis is committed to correcting the flaws exposed in their first encounter. His relentless preparation shows a deep resolve, not just to win, but to dominate. Davis aims to prove he's still an elite athlete, ready to adapt, evolve, and overcome any challenge in his path.
Everybody really think Tank go take the L. I've been seeing it. They said it's over. They think that this time Lamont go in more confident, knowing that basically he can, really take it to Tank. Yeah, I want him to go in there confident. He's very skilled. Go in there confident. Because you will go up against a different Tank. Like I told y'all in previous videos, he will go in there confident, thinking he could walk Tank down. Don't forget, with Tank, if he can get you on that button, them lights going off, I don't care who you is. Remember how it ended up with Frank Martin? So yeah, don't go in there thinking that you're going against like somebody that, like Ryan Garcia, somebody that let's go fold. You're going against Gervonta Tank Davis. And I think that confidence is what's going to get Lamont dropped. Because one thing I will say, with Tank, that wasn't your best fight against Lamont, bro. I feel like you was in your head too much, you was overconfident, and you was really just, your mind was in y'all story, the lore and everything with y'all history. You ain't going there like I'm fighting a stranger. You going there like, oh, this Lamont, this from the same camp, we from the same area. But now I think that whole situation woke him up. Because you gotta think, Tank not used to losing. He not used to people being against him. He not used to being the one that like gotta step back from the situation. That's why I think he's being hushed right now. Because when he come this time, it ain't no talking. And that's why I think it's scary, because we never see Tank in that mode where he don't say a word. I think this gonna be a different Tank. And what's crazy is Tank used to be like that in the beginning. Like when he was with Floyd, like we talking about Tank with the fade, with the waves, bro. He ain't used to be on that showboat and stuff until he got like, a little bit more in the boxing, thing. Of course, once you with Floyd, you're gonna start being flashy and doing backflips off the ring.
Roach's approach to training for the rematch is marked by discipline and precision. From a first day back in camp, he's shown a renewed focus and a clear mission to return stronger and more refined. Aware of the fight's magnitude, Roach is sharpening both his physical conditioning and technical skills. Every punch, defensive move, and simulated round is designed to elevate his performance. This intense level of commitment highlights his readiness to challenge Davis with everything he's got, leaving nothing to chance.
Lamont Roach in training camp, ready for one of the biggest rematches in 2025 against Gervonta Davis, one of the biggest faces. What a man.
Roach's mindset heading into the rematch reflects growth, maturity, and respect for his opponent. While the first fight ended without a clear winner, he understands that the margin for error is now razor thin. His interviews reveal a strategic, focused mentality. He's mentally prepared for any scenario in the ring. Roach isn't relying on past performances or underestimating Davis's abilities. Instead, he views this rematch as a fresh challenge, demanding unwavering focus, adaptability, and a sharp, calculated approach to victory.
How many rematches have you fought? 0. What do you have to do to create enough separation when this don't happen? Whew, that's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder. If that didn't give me the win, and I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room. You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears? 100% for a fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever, because he's a hell of a fighter. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not picked the same. And that's what people get it messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight. A whole lot. And I'm telling you right now, if he wasn't as good of a fighter as he was, that would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. Just ran into a guy that's on the same level.
Insight from Keyshawn Davis adds a compelling layer to the narrative, viewing the fight as balanced yet unpredictable due to the champion's shifting emotional state. He suggests Gervonta Davis may not be fully invested, with his enthusiasm for boxing potentially waning, an element that could affect his energy and focus in the ring. In contrast, Lamont Roach is seen as a tough, skilled challenger whose motivation remains strong. This stark difference between a possibly dispassionate champion and a hungry underdog heightens attention and drama surrounding the highly anticipated battle.
Version he shows up with, and no disrespect to Roach, but you know what I mean.
No, that is disrespectful to Roach, and like y'all fight fans gotta realize that is disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like he in there fighting another grown man that ain't going for none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And you don't think Roach is gonna come with another game plan or something better or this, that, and third. So when they had a rematch, are y'all still gonna say, oh, Take's still not his full self ever since he fought whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like Roach is a hell of a fighter. He proved he was a hell of a fighter, so he need to get that credit. He's a hell of a fighter. I don't know who's gonna win that rematch. I honestly feel like Tank is losing love for the sport, or he lost the love for the sport, and he's no longer hungry anymore.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
Yet you got a guy that's just super hungry and never had no attention, now getting all this attention, and now you get around 2 of this attention. It's like shit, that's kind of hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Tank is still a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. It's 50-50. And to your point, we were saying, okay, he lost love of the sport.
The rivalry between Davis and Roach has evolved into a defining chapter in both their careers. Davis, once seen as an unstoppable knockout artist, had his aura of invincibility shaken by Roach's resilient and strategic performance. That fight exposed areas for improvement on both sides, adding depth to their rematch. Roach, in particular, gained confidence from holding his own against Davis and now returns with renewed determination, fresh insights, and an upgraded training regimen aimed at securing a decisive victory.
But they've known each other. These two have known each other for a while. Does Lamont Roach just understand a way to beat or frustrate Tank in a way that others don't? You know what I mean? Like, has he just found it, so to speak? Like, I have a lot I want to find out after that, because the first fight was so controversial. I think leaving it up to a draw is It's fine, whatever. Even though, under the letter of the law, Tank probably should have lost this fight. He probably would have if they counted the knockdown when he took the knee. He blamed it on grease. I assume he won't on his hair. And it could get greasy. Like Amanda Serrano was like, "Yo, that's what fucking put me out of a fight in Puerto Rico." And then we were subjected to her beating the shit out of Stevie Morgan not that long later. So that's kind of what it is. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this because of the first fight. And I think you have to give Lamont Roach a real shot, even though I still would say Tank figures it out and gets it done and takes it more seriously this time.
Yeah, I think that because they're so familiar with each other, like these guys fought each other when they were kids. And then Lamont Roach comes into the ring and listen, regardless, like Lamont Roach came in there and he was confident. And I don't think a lot of people believe that he was going to be able to get it done against Tank. People thought that Tank was going to knock him out. Here's the thing though, Tank is actually super skilled. Like he doesn't throw a lot. When he does, he's extremely accurate, but he does have skill. And what he does is he reels in his fighters and he ends up landing big shots on them that end up knocking his opponent out.
The respect Lamont Roach commands from elite boxers and commentators underscores his status as a legitimate contender. Shakur Stevenson's praise emphasizes Roach's well-rounded skill set, noting his sharp timing and solid defense. Traits that make him far more than just a power puncher. Joe Rogan's excitement over the matchup reinforces that this isn't just another fight, but high-stakes showdown driven by personal and professional ambition. With such recognition and build-up, anticipation is high for a bout expected to be intense, emotional, and fiercely competitive.
What do you think, considering you were one of the handful of people to pick Lamont Roach, give him a tough fight?
I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going back. So he better be on his A game.
Do you think Lamont won the first fight?
I asked two questions at the same time. I didn't even sit down today. Yo, I kind of said 154. I probably was stretching. I'm stretching 154, but I'll fight him at 147. 147 being kind of good.
It's called John Boxing fight. If you beat somebody, that's the toughest test in your career. And they'll give you the credit.
Who knows? It's a never-ending process,
For Lamont Roach, the upcoming rematch is about securing his place in boxing history. His motivation goes beyond financial gain. He's focused on legacy. Defeating a high-profile opponent like Gervonta Davis will be a defining moment, earning him global respect and recognition. This mindset fuels his intense training and calculated strategy. Behind the scenes, Roach's family and team provide insight into the rivalry. His father revealed that Davis approached the initial fight with caution, recognizing Roach as a legitimate threat to his undefeated record. This caution wasn't driven by fear, but by smart strategy, acknowledging that underestimating Roach could shift the fight's momentum. Despite Davis's concerns, external pressures from the boxing industry ensured the bout moved forward, setting the stage for a compelling showdown and an eagerly anticipated sequel that could reshape both fighters' legacies.
In camp, so knowing the coaches, they knowing us, it's both ways. It ain't just our way. Coming from both sides, so. But no, was I shocked? I think Tank tried to tell y'all. Calvin tried to tell y'all, Burry tried to tell y'all, but they didn't want to hear it. They just so stuck on trying to force Tank to fight who they wanted to fight. They don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So it just was made for a great fight. So people need to just sit back and get ready for part 2.
It's gonna be epic, man. I can't wait for part 2, man. Do you got anything to say to the fans, about part 2, about anything that you got going on coming up, social media, anything?
No, just say get ready, man. Put your seatbelts on, and when that thing happens, man, make sure y'all support. Come to the fight, buy the fight, and be the biggest fan, cheering whoever you're cheering for, no matter. But you're gonna see another great performance by the Reaper, man. Reaper ain't playing. He got a big bag, like you said, big 2 bag.
What do you think the difference would be, though?
You're gonna see the difference. I believe he won a fight.
Nobody can tell us different. Majority of the world believe he want to fight. So you're gonna see. Both of them gonna raise their level. Both of them. So
Yeah.
it's gonna make for a greater fight.
Comparisons between the Davis-Roach rivalry and legendary bouts like Tyson versus Holyfield add depth and drama. Both matchups embody the classic narrative of a dominant champion facing a fearless underdog, one with the skill, heart, and resilience to defy expectations and challenge the established order in the ring.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So many people are predicting that history is repeating itself. History is repeating itself, right? We had a similar situation where we had two guys face off against one another. One guy was a massive favorite, had taken a loss, and was seen to be too small, right? And I'm talking about Evander Holyfield versus Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield was a major fight. A major fight. But Iron Mike Tyson was viewed as a destroyer. Okay? He was the baddest man on the planet. He was indestructible. The fact that he lost to James Buster Douglas was an anomaly because Mike Tyson wasn't focused and he overlooked.
Holyfield's legendary resilience and tactical brilliance against Tyson serves as a fitting analogy for Roach's first bout with Davis. While many anticipated a swift knockout, Roach displayed surprising toughness and ring intelligence, defying expectations. His performance challenged the narrative of Davis's knockout dominance, proving, like Holyfield, that mental strength and strategic preparation can counter even the most feared power punchers.
He never truly hurt Lamont Roach, hit him with good, clean punches, but never got hurt. Lamont Roach ate the punches, similar to Holyfield, where we seen him get hit with some big punches from Mike Tyson, but weathered the storm. But he visibly hurt Mike Tyson more than Mike Tyson hurt him. And it was shocking. And this, because of the Holyfield-Mike Tyson situation, it makes the Lamont Roach Tank Davis fight that much bigger. Reason being is the intrigue now, because that's the most recent situation that you can compare to with high-profile fighters, right? You got a champion. Now, again, Holyfield came up. Holyfield was undisputed in cruiserweight. Lamont Roach is listed WBA champion, right? But there's similarities. There's a lot of similarities, and the question has to be asked: does Lamont Roach just have Gervonta Tank Davis's number?
Lamont Roach's goal for the rematch goes beyond winning on points. He's aiming for a knockout that leaves no doubt about his superiority. This ambition fuels his intense training, where every technical detail and physical aspect is sharpened with purpose. Defeating a champion of Davis's stature in such decisive fashion would elevate Roach to elite status. His unwavering focus on legacy reflects a fighter driven by passion, pride, and a deep desire to carve his name among boxing's all-time greats.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. I can't wait, honestly. You know, it's what we've been waiting for, especially after today. The media workout gave me a little boost. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little excited. I'm a little excited right now.
I know that's right. And I know you're going to be in Brooklyn, New York. So are you going to be having anybody special walk you out, or are you going to have any custom gear for this fight?
I'm gonna have the custom gear is going. The custom gear is gonna be one to look out for. That's gonna be a statement right there. And, yeah, I'm gonna have an artist walk me out too.
Is it a rapper or a singer? Can I get that one? It's a rapper.
It's a rapper.
Okay.
You know what? A singer would be hard though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody came out with a singer.
Nope. It's always been a rapper.
I gotta think about that.
Gervonta has claimed that he will be retiring after this year. But is your plan or your agenda is to knock him out so that you send him to retirement earlier?
My initial plan is to win, but every time I fight, I'm trying to knock somebody out. So, so if that happens in the midst of it, that'd be a blessing. That'd be definitely something that I work for, because I work my ass off. But yeah, if he on his way out, well, why not kick his ass out?
With this fight, you are considered a major underdog. Does that give you any type of momentum or fuel to prove people wrong?
Yeah, it does in a sense, but yeah, it do for sure. I ain't gonna lie. I like to prove people wrong, and I damn sure like to prove myself right. So yeah, it definitely gives me an incentive. And like I said before, I've been here before. Heck, the fight they had me duck. Right now, they really got me. They really got me. So it's an agenda. I got it on the agenda to upset a lot of people.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned for more.